Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Ethics at 8. I'm Dr. Arjun Bopanna. In these sessions, we are discussing previous year questions from UPSC and KPSC exam ethics paper.
Okay, so the question that is asked here is how ethical framework in personal relationship. Okay, so personal relationship, that means ethics in personal relationship. How can it help in ethical public conduct? Meaning how private ethics can influence public ethics. Not just in that influence, but how good person you in your private life can also make you a good person in public life. Write in your own words. Don't worry about technicality. Don't have to see this one. You write on your own in simple language. In the sense, how, if I had to reframe it, how you being a good person in your life makes you a good civil servant. That's the answer. Like an essay you write. But the points that we have given earlier, what is ethics, what are the principles, subjective, that, this, theorist, will just help you to write certain technical points or something. But the question is asking you very simple. If you are a good person, how will you become a good civil servant? Is what is asked. Yes or no? How ethical framework, meaning good morality. Can I say that? How having good morality can, because morality is nothing but personal ethics, alwa. So how your good morality can help you be a good civil servant? Can I say that public conduct? I just added civil servant so that you can understand. They can ask that question. In public conduct, see, today I'm a teacher in public. In my public life, I'm a teacher. I may be an officer. Okay, I may be a businessman. What else? I may be an army. I may be politician in my public life. How can I be all of this good if I am morally corrupt? Morally, if I am corrupt, will I be a good teacher? If I'm by nature only, I'm a bad person. Can I be a good teacher? So, with examples, you have to discuss that. Is that okay? Try it, then we'll discuss. So, what have you written? So, how ethical frame in public, I mean, in personal relationship. So, what is ethics? What is ethics in personal relationship? Okay, what is ethics in personal relationship? You define it. Okay, so his ethical conduct in relationship, okay, dealing with his morality is called as ethics in personal relationship. So, it influences the ethics in public conduct in several ways. One, for example, a person who abides by certain ethical values in his private life, he will also implement those same ethical values in his public life. For example, if he conducts his personal relationship with the principles of equality or justice, his conduct in public life also will abide by these things. Second, he will realize the merit of such ethical values in his private life. Thus, he will incorporate those things in his public conduct also. So, when he realizes the benefit of treating everybody equal, when he sees the benefit of being honest in his private relationship, he will be honest even in his public relationship. Okay, then he will gain trust, okay, in his public relationship if he abides by personal values. Like, for example, if he is honest, if he conduct himself good in his personal relationship, the trust that he earns will expand even to public conduct, something like that. Then, in order to be a leader in public relationship, he has to have certain moral values that his subordinates are going to, cherish. Okay, only then he can be a true leader. He has to have certain moral values. Only then people will respect him. People will develop trust in him. People will have faith towards him. People will listen to his or her, whatever, listen to his or her directions. So thus, his ethical conduct in private relationship is going to influence his public relationship. Like this, you should be able to write with examples. Yes, it is better. Or you can write as a whole also, but on the 2-3 examples, if you write, it will be good. Every point, if you write, it is good. See, ethical values, okay, honesty, etc. When he sees the merit in what he does. So when he sees that, in his private relationship, the merits of being ethical, he will expand this to his public this one also. Ariti, you can write a good relationship with his spouse or her spouse, okay, will help him to contribute better to in public conduct. Okay, a broken family, okay, will even impact his happiness and joy in public conduct. Somebody who is unhappy in his private life will be unhappy even in public life. Somebody who is corrupt in public life is because they are unhappy in their private life. If they are already content and happy, they will not be corrupt. So how can you be happy in your private life? By being ethical in your private life. By abiding by the moral values you have and ethical conduct, you will be happy. A happy person is going to be having a ethical conduct in his public life. Then trust and other things can be written. So something like that, you will have to think and write like several points based on that. Okay. So also, if you talk about from, empathy and compassion towards society. Okay, a person who incorporates these empathy and sympathy, compassion in his personal life will themselves be empathetic and compassionate to poor people, vulnerable people in the public life also. Okay, otherwise it is going to be just a show off. Somebody who is truly ethical in their private life, they only will be ethical, empathetic in their public life. Otherwise, it will just be a show, like politicians. Just, during election, they will give some gifts or something to orphans, right? So something like that. So in order to be empathetic, compassionate, okay, in the social life, one has to be able to do this. Okay, you can write from communication point of view. Communication, meaning if a person is honest with each other, they exchange that information. So if you want to establish true communication within the society, within public forum, see, now if an organization is there, don't you think we have to ensure good communication within members of that organization? So therefore, that communication can be established if there is a good ethical conduct in their personal relationship also. That is, transparency and accountability will be openly accepted. If there is something to hide, then that person will lack accountability and transparency. So if a civil servant is corrupt, then only he will go against transparency and accountability. Am I making myself? These are example again. You can give real life example like electoral bond that were given, electoral bond, right? Because there was something to hide, they made it, opaque in nature. As an example, I'm saying. But otherwise, somebody who is honest in his personal life will promote transparency and accountability in his public life. Similarly, a person who, that's one, honest, etc., will communicate, promote communication. A person who is good as a person will earn respect and trust from his subordinates, and he can be an effective leader in public life. He can lead people, etc. If a businessman, etc., promote trust, if their inner private personal relationship is honesty, then they can earn trust. Like that, different dimensions of public life can be written. See, just think about from your point of view also. Okay, ethical conduct in public life. What all it can include? It can include communication, what we are doing. It can include the trust, right? I can gain your trust only if I am influenced by good ethical conduct in my private life. Okay, I can gain a leadership. I can gain, honesty from you if I am honest in my private life or something like that. So all that can be written, argument and examples. Okay, so that's